I tried doing a workout routine the other day and I did 50 crunches, which I know for people that actually exercise is nothing, but it's been 3 days and my stomach muscles are so sore. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm wearing no makeup. I have not even done my hair. I've literally just brushed my hair today. I know that it probably looks a bit greasy, but whatever. There was literally no point in me getting dressed up for this video because today I'm going to be decluttering another one of my makeup drawers. I've done a kind of, well, a bit of a series of these type of videos, but I haven't made one in a while. I've decluttered my foundations, I've decluttered my highlighters, I think I've done something else. Palettes as well I've done. And I mentioned recently that I needed to seriously declutter my bronzer, contour and blush drawer. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. If you guys want me to do more decluttering videos, please give this video a big thumbs up and let me know what you want to see down below, because I can probably do some more because I'm a massive hoarder and I've got way too much makeup. So without further ado, let's just get on into the decluttering. Okay, so I'm down here. Hello. This is my drawer of bronzers, contour products and blushes. The way that I originally started doing this is I had my blushes over here, I had a small pot of bronzers, and then the rest were kind of palettes, but as you can see, it's very much kind of full. I can't even close the drawer anymore. Like, I've just kind of piled these things on top because they were just on the floor in the surrounding area, so this is a long time overdue. The ones that are kind of on the top are ones that I use most often. So this one I just took out of my makeup bag, same with this one. This is the MAC Extra Dimension Bronzing Powder in Golden Rinse, which is my favourite bronzer at the moment. I absolutely love this stuff. It's really sheer, but it's buildable, and I really like that in a bronzer, so that's like my favourite bronzer at the moment. I'm keeping my CYO bronzer, which is in Fair. This is one of my favourite drugstore bronzers because, again, it's also sheer and it smells really good as well. It smells like coconuts. Oh yeah, if my arm is like red and gold, I was swatching some stuff earlier, so if I do end up swatching anything on here, soz about the stains. I feel like this could be an ASMR video. This one right here is my Kiko. Oh my god, all the writing is rubbed off because I've used it so much. This was part of the, I think it was the full 2.0 bronzer. I love this bronzer so much. I've made quite a decent dent in it, but I've still got like tons left. This also smells amazing. It smells like vanilla. I love this so much. The Kiko bronzers are so nice. There's a very similar one down here which was from the Golden Waves collection. This is in Sun Celebration Honey. It's very, very similar and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got like the tiniest bit of sheen to it and it smells like vanilla. It's just incredible. This one right here is another one of my favourite bronzers. This is by Too Faced. It's the Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. To be fair, like, most of my favourite bronzers are more like high-end ones, which is really bad. I can't open this. There we go. This is like the light version of the original Too Faced chocolate bronzer. I struggle to find drugstore bronzers that I absolutely swear by, so if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. I think it's just because I'm quite like fair-skinned and a lot of drugstore bronzers are really dark and quite like pigmented, and so they can go on quite muddy. So this is the MAC one, which is really, really sheer, and it's a really nice like warm bronzy colour. This one is the CYO, which is a little bit lighter and slightly less orangey. Then the Kiko one is that one here. And then the Too Faced one is this one, which is probably the lightest out of all of them. The Imagination palette, obviously I'm keeping. I really like this. I have a full video. Oh god, how am I going to open this stuff with my nails? I've got a full video on this if you want to see me use it and stuff, but I really like this. Oh my god, some of this stuff is so dirty and dusty. This one is the Morphe 8L palette. I really like this. I haven't actually used this in a while, but it's a really nice palette if you guys are into Morphe. It's got 4 highlighters and 4 like bronzer contours. Only thing is, these are all pretty warm, but I really like mixing these two shades together. They're just like really nice and like soft and pigmented. So that one I'm keeping. This Primark Pure Contour Palette, I've done a video on this as well. I'm gonna get rid of that because it wasn't my favourite, so I'll probably give this away to someone. I also forgot to mention, these two were just on the floor next to me because I couldn't fit them in here. These are the blush palettes by Ofra. I have the old packaging and then I've got the new packaging, which is the one that I'm gonna keep, I think. I think I'm gonna probably give this one away. This is a little Benefit Complexionista palette. I can't open it. There we go. As you can see, I've used this one a fair amount. I really like this to take traveling because the Hoola Light and the Hoola Bronzer in here, I feel like are a tiny bit lighter than the original ones. But yeah, I really like this palette because I can mix these two together and then it gives me like my perfect bronzer shade. So yeah, and it's really like thin and small as well, so it's good for traveling. The Zoeva Contour Spectrum palette looks like this. To be fair, I haven't really used this that much. I might try and make more use out of it, but I do want to keep it just because I do like this contour shade. Like, it's pretty cool toned. Not a big fan of this highlighter though, but it's very like thin and it doesn't take up much space, so I'm gonna keep it. This is the Lorac contour palette and it looks so similar to the NYX one, but I definitely much prefer the formula of the NYX one. Also, why does it rattle? Like, why does it do this? I think I'm gonna give this one away because I definitely don't need both of these. Ooh, there's so many hairs in this drawer. This little Zoeva palette I never use, and it's got the same contour shade from the other palette, and then I don't use these two highlighters, so I'm gonna give this one away as well. This one I used to absolutely love. I haven't used this in ages. It's the Body Shop Honey Bronzer in 01, which is the lightest shade. It's a really nice pale bronzer, but as you can see, it's very, very light, so I would only recommend this if you do have very light skin, but they do lots of other shades as well. It's a really nice bronzer actually. This one right here is the George Contour Palette. Not a big fan of this because this shade is too dark and too muddy on me, so I'm gonna give that one away. This is a Revolution blush palette in Peachy Bronzed Goddess. I actually really like this, so that is gonna stay, but I'll probably move it into my Revolution drawer. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, this doesn't include all of my Revolution products. It also probably includes a ton of stuff that is just dotted around my house and it hasn't been sorted into storage yet. This is my little travel palette, which is so dirty inside and gross looking, but this was just like a little magnetic palette that I got on eBay. And then I have my Bleach London contour powder in here. I don't even need to talk about that because I used it so much. This one is an old Freedom one, which to be honest I should probably chuck because it's very old. And then this is a little like individual Ciate highlighter in Starlight, I think, which is actually really nice, and I just put it in here because it's a nice little travel palette. Okay, this one right here is by Primark. It's the Contour and Glow palette. I never use this, but the highlighter in here is so nice. Like, oh. And then that is the contour shade there. This is probably the only one from Primark that I'm going to keep because I actually do like it. I just completely forgot that it existed. This is a NYX blush palette called Sweet Cheeks. It is pretty, but the colours are quite bright and I never use this. So again, I'm going to give this away. I've only used it like once, I think. This one right here is the Tanya Burr Rosy Flush Cheek Palette. Again, I literally never use this, so I'm going to give that away. By the way, if you're wondering what I do with my makeup that I say that I'm giving away, I'll either offer it to my family and friends. If not, then I will either donate it to like a local drama club or something, which I've done before. Or as well, there's a place, I remember finding a website like a couple of months ago, or a few months ago, maybe it was like 6 months ago now. I found like a women's refuge that accepted used makeup. This one right here is the Laura Geller Hollywood Blush palette. I've only used this once, but the shades are a bit dark, so I think I'm gonna give it away. It's really pretty though. Hang on a minute, what's this? Oh, okay, this is the Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer. I really like this as well. All the Too Faced bronzers smell so good, so I'm gonna keep that. The Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, I absolutely love this. It's such a nice bronzer, smells amazing. You can get this on Amazon in the UK, I think, but obviously you can get it in America like really easily. Only thing is it's really chunky, which I don't like, but I'm gonna keep it because I really like it. This right here is a little gem. It's the LA Girl Pro Contour Powder in Natural. I love this a lot, so that one is keeping. This one by Revolution, oh god, is a cream contour palette. Actually, I never use that, so I can't really give it away because it looks gross. I'm sorry, I just don't use it. That's probably gonna go in the bin. This is the Freedom Pro Strobe cream palette. Again, like Freedom doesn't even exist anymore, and I don't really think I can like rehome cream products because obviously they're a bit gross looking. This is the Primark, oh god, I can't open it. This is the Primark Master Contour Palette. I don't think they do this anymore, but I wasn't the biggest fan of this other than this highlighter, which is literally incredible. Like, look at that. But I don't like the rest of them, so I'm gonna get rid of that one, I think. This one right here is just a kind of half empty magnetic palette, which I'll hold on to for future use. This is the Freedom Pro Strobe palette, which I broke one of the shades of. I never use this. It's very old, so that's probs gonna go in the bin. This one I actually really like. It's by Revolution again, but I'm gonna keep this and just move it into my other storage. This is where you've been hiding. I used to love this palette. It's the Revolution like original contour palette, but all the writing's rubbed off. I thought I'd lost it, but I've just found it in my drawer, so Gonna keep that. This is the Primark Complete Face Collection. Again, I feel like with Primark, they just discontinue a lot of their makeup. This was a pretty nice palette. Like the highlighter in here is nice. The bronzer was nice. But like, okay, those were the worst swatches in the whole world, but I don't use it. So that's gonna be given away or given to someone. Hopefully somebody can make use of it. This is another contour palette, which is, again, it was by Freedom, which doesn't exist anymore, but I don't need another one of these. So that's gonna be given away. This is the W7 Shape Shift Face Kit. Again, I don't use that, don't need it, so I'm gonna give it away. This palette by NYX is the Contours All, Love Contours All palette. It's got eyeshadows, contours, highlights, and brow products. Not gonna lie, I only ever used this once, so that's going to go. Whoa, Nelly. Okay, that's a really bright blush palette by Sleek. That's brand new. I've never used it. I haven't touched it. That's gonna go in a giveaway. This one is, I think, also this is their contour, blush, and highlight palette, which I really like, by Sleek. So I'm gonna keep that because, again, it's very small, it's very travel friendly. This one is a palette by Elf, which, again, as you can see, is very pale. This would only really work if you have very light skin, but I actually really like this palette. Nice bronzer, nice blushes. The highlight is very subtle, so I don't really use that, but it's a really nice palette. This is the Total Face palette. This one right here was my little baby, the Revlon Sculpt and Highlight Contour Kit. I don't think they sell this anymore in the UK, which is why I stopped talking about it, but I loved this so much. Okay, cool. This was an LA Girl blush palette, but it's broken. I forgot to talk about this little guy right here. This is the Kevin Aucoin Sculpting Powder in Light. I love this so much, and I've had it for ages, and I take it traveling with me everywhere, and I'm still not hit pan. It's really expensive, but it's very nice. To be honest, I only really take this around with me because it's so small. Like, it's so good for traveling. This right here, liquid bronzer, never use it. That's gonna go. Benefit Hoola Bronzer, an absolute classic. I didn't used to like this that much because I find it too orange on me, but if I mix this with Hoola Light, it's actually pretty nice. And this one right here is Hoola Light. The colour of this is a lot lighter, but I can't use this one by itself because it's too light, I find. This one right here is a Primark Contour Kit. Again, I never use this, so I'm going to get rid. This is an e.l.f. blush palette, but it's very like bright, and I don't think I've really used this more than once, so I'm going to get rid of that too. Oh, this was such a gorgeous palette. This is, again, by Freedom, but Freedom doesn't exist anymore. This one right here is the MUA Bronzed Perfection Matte Bronzer. Let's do a little swatch of this. That actually looks like a pretty nice colour, but I rarely use this, so maybe I should try it again. I don't know, I've had this for a while. This little thing right here is broken. It's like stuck together with tape. This is the Revolution Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit in Ultra Fair C01. The name is a mouthful, but I used to freaking love this so much. I've got a little backup one right here, which I'm gonna keep. Yeah, this one is on its last legs. It's got a really beautiful highlighter in it, which is that one there. The contour bronzing powder is also pretty nice, and then there's a blush in here too. I think that one can go, and I'll keep the backup. Why are there so many hairs inside my drawer? Like, how did they get in there? Ew, what is that? That can go in the bin. The Rimmel Radiance Brick. I think I've used this in a recent video. I quite like this. It's quite shimmery, but I do like it. Oh, hello. What's back here? I've still kept the box and the little sleeve thing for my Kevin Aucoin powder. Don't know why it comes in this. Like, is that not the most pointless and bougie thing you've ever seen? This is the Revolution Golden Sugar 2 Rose Gold Blush Palette. This is gorgeous. Just a little inside information. This highlighter right here was what inspired the golden highlighter in my highlighter palette, because I loved this so much. So they're very, very similar, but like, oh, look at that. This right here is the little mini Sleek contour kit. This is one of my first ever contour and highlight kits. I think I am going to keep this. These two are some Revolution contour stick things. I think I've done a video using these. They're not bad, but I just rarely use cream contour, but I'm going to keep them anyway, just in case I need them for Revolution's channels. This is one of the iconic London contour sticks, which I do quite like, but again, I just rarely use cream contour. But I am going to keep this because I don't have that many cream contour things, and just in case I need it, I'm going to hold on to it. Again, same with this Rimmel one, like I may as well keep it just in case I ever get into cream contouring. I'm very sorry that I'm a bit of a hoarder, but I have got rid of quite a lot of stuff already, so I'm doing all right. Okay, I've just found a ton more. I've got a Primark contour stick, which is going to go. I've got a Revolution Ghost contour stick. Have I even used that? That doesn't exist anymore, so that's gonna go. I've got a Freedom contour stick, which also is way out of date. So those are gonna go in the bin. I just found another one of the Rimmel contour sticks, which is brand new, so I'm going to give that away. Okay, I'm going to try and go a little bit quicker now. This is the CYO Radiant one in Fair Medium. It's okay, it's not my favourite, but I'm going to hold on to it just in case I do like give it another try and actually like it. If I don't, then I'll probably give it away after that. This one is by a German brand, which I've never heard of. It looks quite nice, so... Ooh, hello. It's by a brand called Altera. I think I'm going to keep that. This one is the Freedom Bronze Professional Warm Lights Bronzer. Again, Freedom doesn't exist anymore, but this is a dupe of Benefit Hoola Light. But this doesn't exist, so I'm going to get rid of it. There's no point keeping it if like I'm not going to mention it in videos. That's like the harsh reality. This one is from Pound World Miss Beauty. I'm going to keep it just in case I ever do like any cheap makeup videos. This one is by MUA. It's a mosaic bronzer, but I don't really like it at all. It's more of a blush. I'm going to get rid of that. Ooh, this is the Urban Decay Beached Bronzer, which I absolutely love. It's in the shade Bronzed. I've got two different shades of this, but I think this is the darker one. But I really like the Urban Decay bronzer, so that's going to be kept. This one is the L'Oreal Glam Bronze in Blonde, I think. Again, I really like this for a drugstore bronzer. So that one I'm going to keep. This is the NYX Powder Blush in Taupe. I used to love this as a contour shade. I don't use it anymore, but again, I'm going to hold on to it. It doesn't take up much space. The Freedom Pro Contour Kit. Again, Freedom doesn't exist. This is a bit pink. It's way past its expiry date, so it's going to go in the bin. I missed the bin, I'm sorry. Oh, this one is by Collection. I used to quite like that. I'm going to keep it and maybe try it again. Oh, this one was so nice. It's a mini Kiko bronzer. That was a really nice bronzer. It's got a bit of shimmer. It doesn't exist anymore, but I'm going to keep it and just try and use it up. Maybe I'll take it on my travels. These two are by Poundland. I'm going to get rid of them. I never use them. This one is another one by Kiko, which again, I don't really use. Is it nice? Ooh, that is actually quite nice. You know what? Screw it. Let's get rid of this other Kiko one and keep this Kiko one instead. Okay, so this is a powder by BH Cosmetics. It's very, very orange and it's in the shade 240. To be honest, I don't really think I'll use this as a bronzer, so I'm going to get rid of it. The Benefit Gold Rush Blush. Oh no! It's broken! This smells incredible and it's such a pretty blush. No. It's a really gorgeous blush. I really like that. I'm going to keep it. Just be careful with it. This is a cream blush by Lancome, which I never use. It's very bright, so I'm going to get rid of that. This is the Lottie London Blush Crush in Zane. I like this colour a lot. I'm going to keep that. L'Oreal Back to Bronze. I quite like this. It's not as good as the other one because this one is completely matte. The other one I have is slightly shimmery, but I still like it, so I'm going to keep it. This one is called Palm Island and it's a much lighter shade. It's a really gorgeous like pale bronzer. And then this one is called South Beach. It's darker and it's slightly shimmery. I'm going to get rid of this one. Lottie London Tan Time Bronzer. Can't remember what I think of it, so I'm going to keep it and try again. This is a Paul & Joe blush, but it's too bright for my liking, so I'm going to get rid of that. This one is my little baby. It's the Ofra Rose blush. This is my favourite blush at the moment. It's just really, really subtle. Again, used this in my autumn makeup look recently. This is the Body Shop Contour Kit. I don't think this exists anymore, but it's actually quite nice. Okay, I just found the other Urban Decay bronzer. This is the Sunkissed one. I really, really like this as well, so I'm going to keep that too. This is a blush by Milani. How could I get rid of that? It's just so gorgeous. That's in the shade Romantic Rose. I think there's kind of a theme to the type of blushes I like. This one by Ofra is in Bellini. I love this blush so much. It's pretty pricey, but it's gorgeous. This is a Natural Collection one in Peach Melba. It's a very similar colour, actually. This is the Ofra one. Again, would only recommend it if you've got very fair skin, but it's beautiful. This is the Me My or Mimi blush. Soleil Me Up. Oh, okay, this is a bronzer. I'm going to keep it. I haven't tried it too much, but I think I quite liked it when I tried it. This is the Kiko, what was it called? Beauty Games, I think, bronzer in Speedy Sienna. All of the Kiko bronzers smell like chocolate or vanilla or something. To be honest, I don't really think I'll use this anymore, so I'm going to give it away. Oh, the MAC Warm Soul blush. Okay, I can't open it, but it's a really nice colour. I wish I could swatch this, but like, my hands are too slippery and it's magnetic. I don't like these magnetic things. I'm just going to make the executive decision that all of these are going to have to go. Okay, all of these here are going to go. Apart from this one, which used to be my mum's and she gave me this and it was like my first ever makeup product, so I'm going to keep this forever. Same with this. It's a cream blush, which I never use, so I'm going to get rid. Okay, so we're nearly there. We're nearly at the end. These two blushes by Milani. This one is Luminoso, which I absolutely love. This one is very similar. It's called Bella Bellini. I'm going to keep both of these because I love Milani blushes. They're gorgeous. This one by Sleek is too dark for me, and again, I've never used it. I like this shade here, but these two are too dark, so I'm going to give this away. This is the Soap & Glory Glow All Out. This is actually a highlighter, but it's kind of more of a blush. I don't know. I'm still going to keep this in my blush drawer. I do quite like it. Benefit Rocketeur, gorgeous blush colour. I'm going to keep that. This one by Jordana is another one of my faves. It's very similar to the Ofra one. This is in Tawny Beige. Again, it's just like a very subtle blush colour. These three Rimmel ones I got recently, and I'm going to keep them just in case I use them in upcoming videos. This one by MUA I never use. That's like 10 million years old, so that's probably going to go in the bin. Again, love Milani blushes. This one is in Amber Nectar. How gorgeous is this like design? This one by 17 is a bit too pink for me, so I'm going to get rid of that one. This is like the only blush that I own by Tarte in the shade Ornate. It is a little bit bright, but I think I'm going to keep it just because I like the formula of these. They're nice. I have these two by Soap & Glory. I'm not sure if they exist, but this one is a bit too pink. It's in the shade Twinkle Rose. So I'm going to get rid of that one, but I think I will keep this one, which is called Rosy Chic. This one is by Sigma. It's very, very pale. It's in the shade Pet Name. It is actually a really pretty blush, but it's just very, very light. I'm going to keep it. There is a mini Benefit Dandelion. I'm going to keep that, actually. Maybe I should put that in my travel thingy. That would be so light and small. This one by Kiko is a pretty colour, but it's just... I'm not going to use it. I'm going to give it away. This one is by Miss Beauty. Again, it's pretty cheap and it's very similar to those other colours that I really like. It's just like very, very subtle, so I'm going to keep that actually. Rosie for Autograph Cream Blusher in Camisole. I never use cream blush. Ew, that's gone so weird. Oh, it feels like mousse. Okay, that's definitely going to be too dark for me. I'm going to get rid of that. This one is by Mimi, which is a independent brand. It's a really pretty colour. Again, super similar to the ones that I like. This is in At First Blush in Temptation. I've got another MAC one, which is in Naturally Flawless. There's a swatch of that one there. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to keep that too. This is the only NARS blush that I own. It's very small. It's very dark. It's in the shade Gui or Ghoul. Gulu? I have no idea how you say that, but I'm gonna keep it because it's NARS and I feel like a bougie bitch. CYO powder brush in Clush on Blush. What did I just say? Crush on Blush. Again, it's kind of like a rose goldy sort of colour, but I'm going to keep it. I quite like it. The Balm Springs blush, and then the Bahama Mama bronzer. I've only got these two recently. I need to try them more, so I'm going to keep them. And then finally, we have two of the L'Oreal Infallible blush paint palettes. This one is the pink one, which I'm going to get rid of, and then the other one is the Ambers one, which I actually quite like, so I'm gonna keep this. Okay, so this video has taught me that I have too many blushes for somebody that rarely wears blush. It has also taught me that there's a lot of hair inside of my drawers, which I don't know how it gets there, and dust and stuff. And it also taught me that I'm a hoarder, but I knew that already, so... Now I've got to tidy up all of this mess. Okay, so that is it for my decluttering of my blushes, bronzers and contour powders. I hope you guys found this video helpful, relaxing, whatever, interesting, you know, whatever you got out of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, so question of the day from my previous video, it comes from Soph Does Life. Somebody suggested that I should change my channel to Soph Does Life, but I guess I can't do that because that's clearly taken. She said, OMG, I was going to say honesty is the best policy and then you said it. I could see how uncomfortable you felt saying the shadows were meh. Question of the day, do you often find it hard to say negative things? And if so, have you ever not uploaded a video because the product wasn't good? Love you. So yeah, in my previous video, like I got quite a few comments being like, oh Soph, like I can see you were trying to be nice about the eyeshadows and like while trying to say that you didn't like them at the same time. In my previous video, like if you haven't seen it, go and watch it, but I basically was saying about a lot of the products, like it's not my favourite, but it's not the worst I've ever tried, which is kind of like the only way that I could say to describe it. I didn't just want to be like, this sucks. I was trying to say it in a way that was kind of like, you know, still honest, but I didn't want to be like super mean because then everyone would come for me. And also, you know, I know that work and effort does go into products. That is it from me. I am gonna go now, go and edit this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!